Good morning. My name is Alba Graziano. I'm a lecturer of English language and translation here in this university, which is the University of Viterbo, La Tuscia. And I have been president for the Linguistic Center of this university for the past 6 years. Now I will have to pass my my function to someone else, but I can tell you something about this linguistic center, which has to do with your Grundtvig project. So the Linguistic Center in Viterbo has dealt with the teaching and learning of foreign languages, many foreign languages, not only the European ones, but also Arabic and Persian. And we, as a linguistic center, we have supported the university lecturers with experts in the foreign languages, and our, let's say, our main point, our main advantage has been the implementation of a Moodle platform completely personalized for our university. And on this Moodle platform we have started uploading lots of teaching materials for the languages, and little by little the voice has spread. So everybody started using the Moodle platform in this university, also for different services than different of the languages. So the Grundtvig project has been inserted on these activities of the Linguistic Center as a possibility to enlarge towards the European countries and contribute to the teaching, learning of foreign languages, particularly to an adult audience, which of course, as you may imagine, is one of the most difficult targets for this sort of teaching activity. I suppose that the project has been successful because we have come to a second edition of it, and we are now preparing a third edition where different states from Europe have met through their teachers and learners. We've had Spanish, Turkish, Estonian, Lithuanian contributors to this project, participants to the project.
There are the three of us from CEM, Pavia, Italy, Centro Educazione e Media, me, Antonella, and Simone. We are an association, and we deal both with media and with linguistics. This is a Grundtvig project, and Antonella is teaching to adults in Voghera, near Pavia, and we found one of the most interesting points of the meeting is the opportunity we had to work with our listening comprehension activities in the class while we were preparing the activities themselves.
I come from Romania. We are a language center, a private language center teaching foreign languages and Romanian as a foreign language to people who come to Romania. We are really happy to have been through the process so far, because this project has been used in teacher development in our school. So most of our teachers are involved in this project, and we have discussed the activities that were prepared. We have discussed especially the IT part and how we can learn to work in such an environment like online. We have experimented with the Moodle platform with the help of Pierpaolo and Simona. So we have been confronted with a lot of new things, and with all this cooperation with 7 other countries. And we have tried to put together our expertise to prepare the best materials we could. And now we are at the stage of drawing conclusions and working for this guide. What was interesting, because all the materials have a cultural aspect, it was really good for us to think about our culture as well and what we can transmit through these materials, because Romanians don't have usually a very good opinion of themselves and of their culture, and through finding materials that talk about our culture, everyday life and how we are, we learned a lot about ourselves.
Pedagogical manager in Slagelse Language Center, which is in Denmark. We are a language center. We teach Danish as a foreign or second language. So it's only Danish for foreigners. Some people come to Denmark and want to live in Denmark. And they have to learn the language. So they do it in these language centers that we have all around Denmark. We are about 450 students. And when we started this project, we were very interesting, or it was our intention to develop an online way of teaching. So it was our intention, since we didn't have this an online platform yet, we thought that it could be interesting to work with pedagogical materials on an online platform. And we thought the aspect about the cultural aspect and the way that the exercise should be authentic was really interesting, because sometimes well, you know, when you learn languages, sometimes the dialogues, everything you listen to is rather, it's constructed. You don't feel that you are taking part in real life conversations. So we thought that this was a really nice aspect of the project.
Yes, and as you said, the authentic part was very interesting to record authentic conversations and make pedagogical work about that. That has been a big issue for us. And we recently started to do some blended learning at our school, and that's also been very interesting to develop that part of our work at school. This has been a big help also to see all the activities that you all submitted to the forum. So it has been quite interesting. And our activities, the work with our activities has been interesting as well, because we did it with the students, of course, and got a lot of input back, and then it was a very interesting both ways work. And then all that input we could put into the activities and then develop it. So that has been a very interesting work for us. Yes, probably that's all.
Yeah.
Hello, we are from Estonia, and we are also a small language center, and we are English linguists, basically, most of us at least. So we teach English as a foreign language. But now, within that project, we are making exercises for people who want to learn Estonian as a second language. So the cultural aspect also has been very, very interesting. How to promote our culture, which type of materials to choose, which reflect the positive image of our country.
Hello, as all of you know, I am coming from Turkey, Eskişehir. We are a EU project coordination and development center. We are not a language center or similar like that, but we have institutions, private and public language centers dependent to our center, and we opened a 3-month English course under one of these institutions, and we realized this project in this way. The best side of this project for me was to have a chance to know different cultures and education systems in different countries, because it was also the first time I am included in such a EU project, and the most difficult thing for me was to choose the materials, the authentic materials, including both culture and the authentic language. I had difficulty in this, but I have completed half of the materials, but I don't know, I am still having questions what to include to the project. And what else, the use of Moodle was something new for me, and I have learned how to use the Moodle, and also our students had the chance to experience the Moodle. And that's all. I think it was a 2-year process for us, and we are about to finish it. Yes, thank you.
Focusing the pre-listening activities.
Sorry?
The pre-listening activities.
Okay, our team of 4 people is preparing this task, or is preparing how to exploit the material, how the teacher should exploit or can exploit the material with the students, or how to prepare the material as well, what to focus on. At the moment we were discussing, for example, what kind of activities should be, or what should be the focus in during listening activity, and we figured out that it's not that easy what the focus could be in during listening activity. So we are really discussing. We're discussing different things. So okay, we have decided to make our guide really, the answers really brief, so that it would be convenient and easy for the teacher to read it, and that we believe that these brief answers would really encourage the teacher to read the guide and really start exploiting the materials and start making their own materials. Okay. Thank you. I hope I didn't mess up.
We are working on the first chapter of the guide for teachers. So we are talking now about how to choose authentic materials according to the level of the students. And then we are going to work some more on this chapter to finish it by the end of the day.
Right. So now we're working with things like what makes it challenging, what makes it difficult, how to choose the material, what to do with it, and so on.
But Italy is a fantastic country. I think, yeah, full of historical places and joy, mystical places. I don't know, at the end of the 4th day I will know here better. For now I have only 1 day impression, but I am happy here, and especially the sun, because now my country is so cold and we can't wear these clothes there, and I like sun. Good. Thank you.
So we're working on the ICT group, and we're trying to finalize the guide for the teachers, and we're taking it step by step. We're at the first question now. Yeah, advantages and disadvantages of ICT, and basically we're debating, writing, typing. Yeah, Kuli, what are we doing?
Yes, we're just gathering, brainstorming ideas and trying to write them as well as we can, so that the other teachers would get some tips how to utilize ICT in the classroom.
We are in La Touche University.